What is up, Unisport fam? I'm here and I'm blessed with the presence of my favorite player right now, Bernardo Silva. Good to have you back.
Nice to be back.
Thanks for being here again. And obviously, you know, you're one of my favorite players, if not my favorite player, because of your crazy, crazy ball control. Everything you do with the ball is magic, you know?
So much.
And that's something that I want all the audience to learn as well. So that's why you're here. You're gonna teach me and you're gonna teach everyone watching how you get better at close control. To get started, how do you do it?
Well, I think mostly it's all about you growing up. So I think it's very natural in terms of since I remember that I exist, I always had a football on my feet. So that's how you improve. It's when you're young, and even at my age now, it's always trying to touch the ball as many times as possible. I can tell you that one thing that I do regret is just having the ball on my left foot. So I have a lot of trouble with my weak foot.
It doesn't, you can't see it.
And maybe that's one of the reasons why my control is so close with the left. So because I only practice with the left, I improved a lot with just one foot. But with the other one, I'm really bad at it. So I was a bit stubborn, because I do remember my managers when I was younger. When I was like 10 years old, they would say to me, "Bernardo, don't use always the left foot. Use the right." And I was a bit stubborn. I didn't, and yeah, now I miss it a bit. But on the other end, that's what made me have such a close control with my left. And like for example, if the ball came from this side, I would control it with the inside of my foot. But if it came from that side, I wouldn't control it with the right.
No.
I would go with my left.
With the outside of your foot.
With the outside.
Yeah.
So that made me improve a lot my left, but also weakening a bit my right. So I would say to the people at home that work on both legs.
Okay, that's a very good point there. But do you, as you've matured as a player, have you then gone out yourself to be like, okay, I want to train my weak foot. I want to go out and get that close control with your other foot as well? Or has it just become natural in the game of football that you've just been training naturally?
Well, I've tried over the years to improve some actions, especially because I played a lot of games on the right wing, especially like crossing. I don't have the power to whip the ball like Kevin De Bruyne with my right.
Oh,
but,
who has?
No, but just the technique of chipping, for example, balls at the far post, those kind of things I try to improve. As I said, something that I regret a lot, and now I'm 30 years old, it's gonna be tough to be much better at my right foot, is that even now I do miss a lot of times having a proper right foot for shooting, for crossing, for controlling. Not so much, because I can adapt with my left, but in some actions I do miss it.
So your left foot is as good as 2 feet anyway. So when it comes here, inside. When it comes there, outside. So your left foot just acts as 2 feet.
Yeah, no, it's true. But also I do remember a few years ago, with when Arteta was still our manager, I do remember practicing with Mikel. A lot of times he would tell me, when there's a pass and the midfielder put you on a 1v1 situation against the keeper, I would always control the ball from here, and I would control with my left, with the outside of my left, and then to shoot I would have to go 1-2 steps and shoot. And he would always tell me, if you control with your right, you just give 1 step and shoot, and that short time, sometimes it can make the difference. So that's one of the things that I'm saying, that if in the little details you try to improve your weak foot, and with Mikel in this case, he gave me this little detail, it can help sometimes.
And did you listen?
Yeah, I try to listen. Sometimes it's very natural and I don't do it. But it's something that I have in my head. It's like even with crossing, you control with your right. It's just 1 step. it's one less step that you do to cross the ball, and sometimes it's the time for the defender to arrive and to close up on you. You feel so good touching the ball with your strong foot that you don't want to go to the uncomfortable side, but it does make sense to do the other work as well.
So what kind of drills would you have? Let's say you're alone, you're a football player that really wants to improve your close control, your dribbling and your touch a little bit. What tips and drills do you have for the youngsters out there?
Football is about doing well the simple things, even though people sometimes think that it's about doing a lot of tricks and everything, which is nice. But at the highest level, the guys that do well the simple things are the guys that reach the highest.
Because it needs to be effective, right?
You need to be effective, and you need to save time, and most of the times doing well the simple things is saving a lot of time. So simple drills will help you, yeah.
But is there anything you can show us in terms of slalom or something?
You put the cones here or whatever, but I'll just keep it simple. It's really true. I remember doing this in my garden. So you tap your clock to see how long it takes, and you go and you do a lap with one or two, with 4 or with 10 cones, it doesn't matter. And I would recommend people trying to do with a weak foot, which I didn't. But yeah, simple drills, as I said, even putting cones like this, and then on the last one, through the goal, come and have a shot. These kind of simple things will help you. And then with the time, because football is also, as I said, it's about the small margins with time. Try to do quicker, but at the same time, well, because
it needs to be efficient, right? So even though you let's say do the slalom here, it might not be as good because the markers and the cones they're supposed to be players, right? You're supposed to run through them, so you can't just go straight over them, right?
Sometimes you have your defender on your left or on your right, and your first touch needs to be like this or needs to be like this, whatever. So it's difficult. It's difficult without playing a proper game to simulate actions in the game. But you can get better at controlling, at how quick you do your actions. So these simple drills will help you, especially when you're young.
So there's one thing though, like obviously you can train yourself to become really good at dribbling through cones, dribbling through this and that. But when it comes to adapting this into the actual game, right? I'm here with you now. I can just go through, you have the clock. It takes 6 seconds, whatever. But if I have 2 players against me, I'm dribbling through the way you do. I can't do that. So what does it take for you to go from this to take that next step, to have the confidence to do it on the field?
That's the number of times that you do the same actions and the interpretation of the game. So if you don't play with other people 500 times, you'll not get as good as the guy that did it. So if you only do it 50 times and someone, if you're in school and on your breaks you don't play football every time, and you have a guy next to you that plays, for sure that guy will be better than you, because the interpretation of the game, it comes with practice. It comes from when you're young to dealing with different situations and then adapting to those. At the end, of course, this is nice, but it's the way that you can understand where is the space, where is your defender, and where you can attack him and make the right decisions. Football is all about making the right decisions in the right moment.
So this is just a start, this and just having a ball at your feet at all times. Do you still have a ball in your house and where you walk around? In the kitchen, in the living room?
Not anymore, because my 2 dogs would destroy my balls right now.
Okay.
But I used to have always a ball on my feet. My mom, my dad, my grandparents, they would always complain. Even sometimes when I was younger, I would break a few things at home and they would be a bit mad at me.
So that's how you learned? To keep the close control. Don't break
so
things.
My parents wouldn't get mad at me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, thank you so much for sharing all these great tips. So hopefully you can take on all of that information. There was a lot of information, and Bernardo, hopefully we will see you again for another video. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
See you guys in the next one.
See you.